Oh God! Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. Hello there, great person. Welcome back to Let's Watch Some Monsters. Today we're at episode 19. The Abyss of the Monster, at least that's what I would translate the German episode title to. We will just see what we do today. So we might be either with Nina again, or we might be with Heckel and Tenma and Dieter. We will just see. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get into this.
Doch ich frag mich, wer wir sind.
私は3年前に離婚してね。
Oh, that's a long time
正
ago.
確には妻に逃げられたんだがね。
Oh, so... Oh,
私は妻の言
I
葉
thought we were at Lungus, yeah.
に耳を傾けているのがほとんどだったからね。
Really? Why?
の心を覗くコレクター。
Really? Why? What's on that thing?
あんた異常だよ。
He looks a lot like, at that one serial, murderer. At Kemper? I don't know.
私自身もその深い淵に沈み込む。
That is true. Oh, that's why we have the Abyss, I guess. So is he a psych evaluator?
4番目の被害者は18歳のミュンヘン
Okay, someone from Munich.
刻んだ時、性的興奮を
Oh, brilliant. Okay, so we've got a serial ender. Ender!
そんなことより12番目の殺人について
Why?
クロップハウスのハンナ・ケンプ。
Hannah Kemp. Okay.
いや、この件は話さなくていい。
Why?
11件に関しての話が聞きたいんだ。
I mean, that's an interesting situation because normally you would let your client talk about what they want to talk about if you're a normal psychologist and not a psych evaluator, which I guess this is. Is this a psych evaluator or is this a psychologist, psychiatrist or something like that? Because he wants to know, because he seems to be an investigator as well. Because his wife did say collect people's hearts as well. And I don't think a psychologist would say that necessarily. So he's more of a psychological investigator, I guess. So interesting.
君の性的興奮のピーク。前なのか、後な。
Yeah, man, I don't know. This reminds me of Ed Kemper so much. You know, I only know him from one or two interviews that are online, and they're really scary because he's a very pleasant speaking man, very well educated, I think. But there is like, have you seen the TV show Mindhunters? I think it was on Netflix, with the Fringe main actress as well. And there was this dude that played Ed Kemper, I think his name is, and he was so scary as well. And he was a lot like this. I think he I'm unsure if he felt, I don't know. But I mean, it's the question is more like, is the girl the one that arouses him, or is it the act of ending a life? Which is like, I would assume Johan feels not this type of satisfaction. He will probably feel the satisfaction the scientist would feel after a completed experiment, I think. But perhaps I'm too hung up on this one line of him wanting to see the lights leave the victim's eyes that one time, so I don't know.
以上のように被害者は16
Okay.
人のカテゴリーに属する犯罪である。
Is that important? Really?
12歳と高齢の上、セックスの後が。
Okay. So we have some German here. So the thing is, why would you classify? Is he trying to profile him still? Might be. So report to the murder of B Camp, 52 years old. Three candidates in the as the successor in 63 years. The Hardfint Wolf is another name. Did explain in the morning. I don't know. It's so interesting that this all is German. This is not real German though, GK. Like there is some German mixed in with some fluff. It's so interesting to look at these things. Oh really? So you did something. I mean, why not? Isn't that clever? I mean, not saying that you should do any of that, but I mean, obviously, but like, isn't it clever to do something random if you're a serial killer that's intelligent? I've never heard of that actually, really. Like, if you are a serial killer with a profile, wouldn't you do one or two murders completely different to throw people off, even if you didn't get the satisfaction you got before, just to be safer? I've never heard of that though. Perhaps it's not about being caught or not. I don't know. I think Ed Kemper let himself get caught. That's also interesting. I don't know. Yeah, who is there? That's very intelligent to go next to the door frame, because if there's a gun shooting at you, at least you're not in front of the door. Ooh, it's Tenma. Oh, he knows him. Why does he know him? I mean, it's good because he will try to profile him now, I think, and he will probably see that Tenma isn't a murderer. I don't know. Yeah, okay, so he's not in. Interesting question. Let's see. That's good though. Like, so apparently he knows him. So are they also called French? They will probably explain that in a moment, but that's interesting. So if he's a profiler or whatever, with a profilers are psychologically, like they are specialized in psychology as well, I think. So, I mean, yeah, he should try to analyze Tenma now and see if he's a murderer. That would be interesting. Good question, yes. Really, he did? Tenma looked down on anyone? Why? Why, though? A debt? What debt? Yes. Interesting. So he went to a psychologist for Johan. Yeah, mein lieber Dr. Tenma, sehen Sie mich, sehen Sie mich. I love this. Yeah, not look at me, see me. It's so dumb that they translate it this way. Yeah. It's not even save me. That's also, it is help. Like, you cry out for help. Save me, perhaps it's the same thing to you, but for me, help me is more like someone like, I mean, it could be help me, but it doesn't feel like save me. Save me is to I don't know. Like, there's no, I don't feel him asking someone to save him here, just to help him. I mean, and with that, I mean save as in save his soul, something like that. Perhaps I misunderstand the nuance here. Oh, so he told him the things. Interesting. I mean, he might think that he's lying. Perhaps that's his serial killer thing that he thinks about this Johan. I don't know.
刻も早く君の身の潔白を
Does he though? Or does he not care? Does he care? Hmm.
年近く昔、ある名門
Yes.
なければ気が済まない男がいた。
Really? Was that Tenma?
入し、男の立場は一変した。 ですぐみんなの人望を集め
Young Tenma looks so funny, I don't know why. Also the hair, like what?
優秀。それまでトップを走り
Is this the Heinemann? Is this Heinemann visiting him? Because Heinemann brought him over.
ていた男を前期試験であっさり引きずり
Interesting.
試験。男はトップの座を奪還す
So that's you, I guess, Rudy.
る。男が大の苦手とする包囲
Interesting.
今までの努力は水の泡だ。
Really?
ここは最後の手段に出た。
Okay, why? I mean, I guess I get why. Is there something written on there that I can read?
男は最後の手段。
No. And like, let's be real here. Okay, let's talk about these things. I don't know what they're called in English. In Germany, we call them Spicker, which is like I don't know what they're called in English. You know what this is. So first of all, most of the time you write them, they're useless in the test because the information might not be tested or you haven't understood it well enough to implement it into the test. But what they found is that if you write these, you actually memorize things better. So they will help you, but not the way you think, like on average. That is very interesting. And also on this little one, there is no way in hell that there is enough space to do anything remotely useful in a medical exam. I've seen what they have to learn. There is so much they need to know, and like it's pages and pages and pages of knowledge. Like this must be the only things he couldn't remember. Otherwise, this makes no sense. Because this should be a book. If this is a real final test, this should be a book. So I don't know. Fun fact: in physics exams in Germany, at least in the ones I took part in, you were allowed to have this. Like, you were allowed an A4 sheet of paper where you could write anything you wanted, completely anything you wanted, and you could take it into the test. And so we mastered the art of writing in a font size 1, so to speak. And then you like we wrote all the problems down and stuff, and that was pretty interesting. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, this is weird that this is a weird depiction of it.
だけだ。ところが
Why do you care so much about the top rank? And Dan was like, you peasant, you scrub, you cheated. I don't know. Did he throw him out of this? Did he report that? I think Tenma probably reported that because he's Tenma, because he wants to do the right thing. Then again, perhaps the right thing might be to let him pass here because he's just stressed. Because that's also a thing many people like. You probably know that, but these exams, they just in at least at the second try, if you fail once, they just test for stress and not for your skills. So a test situation is of course something that will test how you react to the stress and not necessarily how well you are in the subject. Like I was always really bad in any kind of exams because I was so stressed out, because I was like him a bit interesting. Yeah, now that I think I was like him. Like in school, I was top of the my what do you say, class, all the grade X. I was like I was, let's say I was in grade 10 and I was probably I was always one of the top 3 of grade 10 or like whatever I was in, and there was always this peer pressure of being the best, but not because I necessarily wanted it. Funnily, it was peer pressure as well, because we talked about peer pressure before, and everyone was like, yeah, he has to be the best, he's the best anyway. And you know how horrible that was, and like this is obviously me crying about little things, so to speak. Like it's not that important and probably pretty menial to people. that are not in this situation, because it's so much more scary to not pass something and to not be good enough for, like, let's say, I mean, in the end, it was about the final, like the final exams in Germany are about university access. So that was a test where I was rightfully, I would say, scared. But every single time I was graded with any kind of test or exam, I was feeling like everyone expected me to be the best, and if I wasn't, they were looking like at me like, why did you fail? Come on, like, and it was a very bad feeling. Not because I hated it, I just hated that I couldn't perhaps solve a problem or something, and I immediately knew what I did wrong when I got the test back, and I was like, okay, yeah, that was dumb. Like, fine. Like, and I learned from that a lot, because I think most people don't look at the test when they get them back. I don't know if you are in school and you get it back, like, did you look at what you did wrong, or do you just look for more points, or do you look at only the mark? Because I always looked at every little mistake I did, and I always was like, why didn't I do this? I should have done this. This was obvious. Like, and it's probably a weird way of thinking, but so this pressure was always there. It was from the peers a lot, from my parents a bit as well, because my mom always said, if I didn't get the best grade, yeah, you didn't concentrate enough. And yeah, I didn't probably concentrate enough, perhaps, because I was was stressed. And the thing is as well, in at least where I was, like, you could do one or two mistakes to still get the best grade. Sometimes no mistake was allowed to get the best grade. And nowadays I would be like, yeah, like, you always get plus minus 2 points. Like, you can't even measure that. So, like, why would you care? But back then it was like, oh God, I don't get the best mark. And I had people that were probably brighter than me, but they were as good as me in exams at least, and I always envied them because they weren't that stressed out. Because I was always so stressed out. Like, I feel them so much here, man. Like, and I never ever, not a single time in my whole life, I did cheat on a test. I never did that. I didn't like that. That was dishonorable to me, because I was like, I thought about it, I think, once or twice, because I was like, yeah, if I don't get the best marks, people will think badly of me. And perhaps that was also a bit my personality, that was the thing people knew me for, that I was clever, and I like to help people, so I gave them, what do you say? Like, I learned with them together a lot. Like, I learned to, like, I liked that. I liked explaining things to people always. Like, I really did like that. But I don't know. It was a weird reputational thing for me, I think. It, even though, like, probably no one really cared. I think no one cared. And nowadays I would be like, yeah, you know, who cares about grades? Like, say for the final exams, or say for grades that are about you getting to the next year, so to speak, because in Germany you can be stuck at the same year, like, once again, if you didn't do well enough in very rare occasions. But like, normally those marks, all of them didn't matter that much. And yeah, so, and I knew people, as I said, that were brighter than me, who did better at tests than me. I just, like, I probably was the best in my year, because I also did contribute a lot to the lessons themselves, because in Germany you have marks for how you what do you do in the lessons, show your hand or what you say, and then answer stuff. And I always answered that everything. Like, that was my thing as well, and that's funnily why I probably was graded the best in the end. But I wasn't the best in exams because of the stress. Like, in everyday life, in classes, like, I could just give the facts and stuff and the ideas. But in exams, I was not working correctly, so to speak. And yeah, perhaps he's not as well, and he now has the pressure of Tenma, so. Oh, he didn't tell, yeah. Yeah. So he probably, I do think Tenma didn't tell, because Tenma was like, perhaps he even knew him. Why did he look at them? Perhaps he really did it with contempt a bit. It could be he was young. He was young. He wasn't the Tenmo we know. So he didn't tell on him. I would have never told on anyone before in my school time or anything as well. I wouldn't. Like, why would you do that? That's their decision. If the teacher doesn't catch it, like, fine, you know. Interesting though that he must have found something more valuable in Rudy passing than telling and doing the right moral thing, which is, I don't know, I don't feel it's the moral thing to tell if someone cheated in a test. I don't know why, and I would immediately sign that off. I don't know why. Isn't it moral to tell about people cheating in the test? But I would never do that. I don't know why. I don't think that's like, I think that's also dishonorable to tell on someone who cheats. Like, if they manage to do it, fine. I've seen people tell on people on tests because they were out of spite a bit because they did get better marks, worse marks than the person, and then yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure it is about trying to stop him though, because you said explode. It's more like not stop, but keep it to a level that it's not completely horribly terrible, even though it always is, you know. Really? Are there really? Yeah, that is true. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's have some fun with psychoanalysis. Yeah, like, that's why they, like, he's talking about psychopaths here, I think. Yeah, he's talking about psychopaths, I think. Many psychopaths, and I mean the clinical definition, are exactly this. Like, it doesn't mean that all of them are serial killers, obviously. Like, psychopaths can lead very normal lives, but the psychopaths that go off the rails are indeed intelligent, sociable, and good at speaking, but they're not sociable because they are empathetic, but on the contrary, they just understand emotions so well that they can blend in. Which is also why I think, I do think Johan is a psychopath, because that's also why he's got this mask on. At least a part of him is. Yeah. That's a psychopath as well. They can lie the shit out of everything. Like, because they will lie to get what they want. That's also why they sometimes move around. Because if they've like burned the ground, so to speak, on one place, they have to go to the next one. And he might be, though. That is a good question. Perhaps Jonas, yeah. Why? So he's recording him. Oh. Okay, so he's recording him here. Oh, so when he was with the other murderer, he had the recording on the desk. And that's always what he says at the beginning of investigating someone. I was divorced. I do think he does that to give a pseudo personal information that he probably doesn't care about that much. Perhaps he does care about it, but to open the door to the talk, I guess that's why he does it. Interesting. Really? Oh, holy shit! So he went he went to Ed Kemper to Discord Ed Kemper. And asked him about the opinions. That's awesome. That's funny. I think Ed Kemper... Is this supposed to be Ed Kemper just in Germany? I don't know. Ooh, the monster. That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't... I mean, yeah, that's the shadow. He probably read Jung. I mean, he's a psychoanalyst, apparently, a bit... So he read Jung. Like, the shadow's the darkness inside you that can come out and do harm and horrible stuff. And if you can control it, you can actually use it as well. Yeah, it is the idea that there is, like, no one is purely good. Like, doesn't mean that people don't try to be, but everyone can have it. I think we talked about it last time. Everyone can have a situation where they would probably pull a trigger. So, yeah, it's the monster.
机上の論理だ。
Ah.
怪物はこの世に存在すると言う。
Ooh, thanks, Ed Kemper. Oh god, mate! Oh god! Yeah, what's with those eyes? It's the Johan eyes. It's the monster eyes. Ooh, I love it.
私は軽蔑されるのが嫌いだ。
Oh. Was that contempt though? Also, this is what Ed Kemper did as well, I think. He's showing him the monster. I love this. Yeah. That's the monster. He's showing him. I love that. He's showing him the monster. That's so awesome. This is fucking scary, by the way. I've heard Ed Kemper did this and just murdered someone who was interviewing him. He just murdered that person. I think it was Ed Kemper, man. If it wasn't, but you will know. That's so interesting that he's like, yeah, see the monster, see, it's so awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it, man.
世の中にはもっと
Holy shit, man. I love this.
やるよ。
Oh, I love it. Why are you cutting away all the time in this episode? F you.
必ず来ます。
Interesting.
ますよ。
So he's gonna, yeah. So this is his psychological damage he has. He thinks people look at him with contempt. I did have that for a little while until I was like, why would people care that much? But I do think it's paranoia. Perhaps that comes from his background in being the best all the time. Because I think he uses more contempt in his thoughts than the others do against him, which is paradoxical, but I love it. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, he's probably gonna, he wants to rat him out, of course, but he's probably gonna change knowing Tenma, because Tenma will make this okay again. But this is so interesting. This is really interesting.
私の研究材料として。
Okay, so you want to write some papers? Yeah.
あのドクター天馬は。
So he doesn't believe him. Okay, why would you not believe him? I mean, why would he believe him anyway? He's very obsessed.
ケンプ夫人の屋敷
Okay. Okay. Oh fuck, man, why? What are you gonna find there, man?
怪物がいるという証拠が
Oh god, man, I don't want proof monsters are real. I already believe you, mate.
いやー天馬。
No, god.
わかった。
Will he change his opinion because he sees the cellar and there's something?
天馬と約束を取り付けました。
Yeah, Inspector Cole. Cole is obviously, it means cabbage, and it's the name as well as one of our former chancellors.
夜8時にオーデル公園の噴水。
Oh, the Oder Park. So Frankfurt still, okay. What are you gonna find in the basement that will change your mind, though? That's gonna be fucking...
自供によると彼はこのものを
Okay, Jürgens. I don't know that name. I don't know that killer.
押し入り犯行に及んだ。
No, God. What's in the basement? What's in the fucking basement, mate? Oh, God.
ただ写真立てだ。
Yeah, that's him with the old woman. It's probably his grandmother. Or something. Oh, God! Oh, that scared the fuck out of me. It's just a doll. Ninjuka. Man. I thought there was a fucking doll monster gonna fucking murder him or something. I know it's not, but good fuck, that got me. That was well done.
の殺人は捜査撹乱の
No. Didn't you see him on the fucking pictures, you idiot?
またその友人を怪物と呼ぶことで
No, it was his conscience. Oh man, this fucking doll. Oh god, it looks so eerie. Like, look at the eyes. Holy shit. Wait. Look at the eyes like this. The eyes are so fucking uncanny. And the mouth as well. Oh god, what's inside?
子供の頃、母親に毎日
Okay.
でかい人形があった。
It's his mother, okay. So it's his mother.
俺は叩かれながらその人形に助けを。
Oh god, man.
ニヤニヤ笑っているだけ。
Yeah, man, like if I was beaten to shit by my mother, this doll would stare at me. I would also think the evil is in the doll.
俺のお袋の写真でいっぱいだった。
Really?
俺のことをずーっと見張ってや
That's so fucked, man.
そのものじゃないか。
Yes.
自分で子供時代の物置そっくりに作り。
Probably not. Isn't it the storage room?
これは子供の頃の。
Oh, he cut it out. Now I see it. I'm sorry. So he cut it out and glued it on. Okay, so he wished for a better childhood here.
揺るげてはないはずだ。
It's glued on. Yeah, it's glued on. I thought so. Same.
これもこれも。
Yeah, he wished for a happy childhood. That's what made him into a monster.
お前は誰なんだ。
Oh, is that Johan?
がいるという証拠が。
Oh, he knows Johan.
俺
Oh, Johan told him to kill. Oh no, that's so fucking fucked. He did not talk about some metaphysical shit. He just was like, a friend of mine, which was Johan, told him to do this because, yeah, Johan wanted to kill that woman for some reason because he likes to kill adults, I guess, because he might think they didn't help him, and he probably thinks it's fun to kill them and it's interesting because we know that, and because he was a cuckoo child, so he asked this dude here to kill this woman for him, like he asked the other people, like he asked most people to do the deeds for him as well. So he manipulated this person to kill the woman he was staying with, and did it with these words about his mother. That's so fucking fucked, man.
紙に書いてある通りにしたんだ。
That's awesome.
たち。
ある日、
One day.
死人も宛名もない真っ白な。
Like, why is Johan doing all this shit, man? Yeah, of course he did.
文章に最初は腹が立った。
That's as well. Johan, at least to Anna, he wrote very, very familiar, like amicably and soft-spoken as well. Even if you can't, yeah, call writing that, but yeah. He's obsessed with letters. Ooh.
楽しいんだよ、その手が。
Yeah.
あいつは本当に友達。
But.
そしてある日、その手紙で呼び出す。
Okay.
なんで知ってるんだろう。
Yeah, how did he know? Because he's a... Wow. That is so weird, man! Johan is so weird!
夫人の屋敷で俺はこの。
Yeah.
どういうことだ。
Yeah. Wow. Oh, holy shit, man. Johan.
俺は2階に上がってケンプ夫人を。
Holy fuck, this is so dark.
その友達はケンプ夫人にも。
Ooh, to Mrs. Kemp. That would be interesting.
これを。
It's this... Is it the same writing? Yeah, it's the same writing. It's Johan's writing.
これも。
Wow, this is so fucking scary. I love it.
僕を見て。僕を見て。
Oh my god, man, this is so awesome.
ヨハンの残したメッセージだ。
Oh my god, Johan, what the fuck? Okay, he's fucking with him because that's all the same. It's all the same what we already know. Oh no, here is the is underscored for the monster. Or whatever.
友達よ、ヨハンは
Holy fuck, man. It could have been Tenma. Why couldn't it have been Tenma sending these letters? Because they were too consistent? Probably. I mean, I know, like, I would be like, immediately like, yeah, this weird Johan dude is really fucking scary. Johan is really fucking scary. Like, this is getting really out of hand because he seems to be psycho, like, telepathic or whatever. Like, that's so scary.
8時はもうとっくに過ぎているぞ。
Oh, he told him. Yeah, he told him. Oh no, he didn't tell him. I thought he would have called him like, let's meet somewhere else, but okay.
来ました。
Is he gonna get locked up? I'm unsure if this... Is that really Tenma? Or is it a decoy? No, it's really Tenma.
君の言っていたことを分析してみたよ。
And what did you conclude?
君が作り出した架空の人物だ。
Yeah.
一見だけ彼の手口とは異なる。
Yeah. It's so wild that Johan just goes to serial killer and makes him serial kill someone else. Like, what the fuck, Johan? There's gonna be a diversion here.
全員に伝えろ。私の合図。
Okay, is it gonna work?
私を軽蔑していたね。
No, he didn't. Did he even see him? I don't know.
私を軽蔑していた。
Tenma does not feel contempt towards anyone.
ギーレンとテンマは西口に向かって歩いています。
Why is that a problem? Oh.
客に紛れ込んでしまうぞ。
I mean, this is probably not optimally drawn because the street is too wide, but I do think you would lose people in parks like this.
でも仕方のない人間だ。
ルディ、
Yes, that is true. That's what he says. He sees it. It doesn't mean it's there.
こんな風にね。
Oh. Oh, fuck, yeah, yeah, yeah. Run away, we are surrounded by police, go to the train station. That's what he says.
逃げろ。警察に囲まれている。
Okay, I mean...
周りが騒がしくて音声が
I love that he also shows his intelligence here by doing this so they don't listen and stuff. Yeah, it's Johan.
ケンプ夫人に子供はいなかった。
Yeah,
言っていた友達は同一人物だ。
that's so fucking scary, man. Johan is... This episode made Johan 1,000 times more scary. Holy hell, man.
夫人邸にもあった。
Why did he send it to Mrs. Kemp, though?
かもしれない。
Oh god, laughing children.
今更偉そうなことは言えないが。
Yeah, that's true. Let's go. Let's go.
ヨハンは殺人者の匂いを嗅ぎ取る。
Yes, he can.
入り込み操ることができる。
Yeah, I do think... So I do think what he means here, though, is not like literally murders per se, though that is also true, but also people capable of murder if he pushes the right buttons. And the thing is, he could probably find a button for everyone. He could find a button for everyone, but he needs these murders to happen in specific ways. That's why he can't use anyone for these murders. But he could make everyone a murderer. Perhaps... I do think... I know Johan is a person in this world, but I do think he also stands for this evil inside everyone. Like, Johan is, like so to speak, the idea that everyone has the monster in them and it could burst out and you could end a person's life. I do think that's obviously the theme they're going for here with Johan. Like, Johan, like the idea of Johan is in everyone, so to speak. I really like that.
見当たらないということだが。
Interesting.
父母を必要としなくなったからだと思う。
No.
ヨハンはついに理想の家族を見つけ。
Really?
だが、なぜ過去を消そうとするんだ?
The perfect family is Nina and Tenma, I think. I would, it's just a hunch. He probably found Tenma as his father, and Nina is his sister. And that's the last time we saw him, when he found Tenma, and like when in the parking lot when he shot the one dude in episode 4, whatever it was, and when he tried to meet up with Nina. He did show up in the anime. That's the only two times he showed up as a man after the, like, obviously the prologue, because I don't count that. But as an adult, that is the fully formed Johan, he only showed up twice. To Tenma and to Nina, which is his family, because he said father to him. And it might have just been the father of his actions, but...
何かの目的のために
Yeah.
何かのために
What's the purpose of the family? To kill him, I think. Because that's what family is for in his mind.
何にしろ何番のバスに乗るか
Yeah. Yeah.
だ
That is wild that he came up with a way to throw off the police here.
バスの
Okay, so this is okay. I'm just gonna translate it because I can. Ha. This is a ticket for one person, like that you can use once. I don't know what the English word is. Price level DM. Viable with viable only when this is stamped, so to speak, and he's going to Hattingen. Interesting.
今出頭して身の潔白を証明する道
Yeah, but why?
What?
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, that's the thing. He wants. That's why he hesitated with before as well. He wants to stop him, but you can't stop the monster in the world. Where are Heckler and Dieter though?
私は君を軽蔑なんかし
Yeah, never.
たやつだと思っていたが、いい機会。
Oh, that's so sad.
やっとこれで友達になれたな。
Oh, that's so sweet as well. He's admiring me. Yeah. Probably didn't even see him. That's funny. That's actually really funny. That's really funny.
もう同時に出発したなと
Euro line. I don't know that bus line. That's awesome, man. Love that Tenma does so much good. Tenma is the anti-monster, so to speak. I really like that as well. Butzeman's gonna come and get me. Oh, it's a new Butzeman. Butzeman is gonna go for this farmer. Don't know why. We don't know what the Butzeman plans and does. Anyway. Yeah, I do think Tenma is the anti-monster, the good in all of us, and Johan the bad in all of us. I do think that's what's happening here on a meta level. Obviously, I think that's pretty obvious, right? That he's like the idea is good versus evil in your heart. What can the evil do in the world, and what can the good do in the world? Because Tenma's effects are all good currently. I would argue they're all good from my perspective, at least. And you know, and Johan is mostly all evil, though he ended all the Nazis, which was pretty good of him. Pretty dope, Johan. You got one thing I agreed with you for, but perhaps that's the Johan and me. I don't know. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one, and take care of yourself as always. Bye.